Hey, hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to bring to you today's collective reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, collective, I am really excited to be here with you. I just returned home from a week-long vacation up in the great North Woods of northern Minnesota. If you've ever seen the movie The Great Outdoors, as I say the great outdoors, you guys, you can't make that up. Literally, I was holding on to the great outdoors. But there's a movie with John Candy. That's pretty much what my vacation was like. I love to be out in nature. That is my church. And for some of you, you are cleaning it up. Spiritual hygiene. There's something about cleaning it up or getting back to a space where you feel calm, where you feel serene. I see that you're ready to take a leap of faith in a new direction, but there's still a couple of last minute hurdles or trials or challenges that you may go through before you embark upon this new journey, this new path, because you actually have the adventure card here at the bottom. Spirit is saying, trust. Your destiny has been activated. This new beginning is happening for you, and we actually see the education card. Now, we're going into, here in the Northern Hemisphere, the energy of fall or autumn, which can be back to school. So some of you, this could be wrapping up maybe a degree. You may be going back to school. There could be some last minute loose ends to tie up before you move, before you open up your business, before you retire, before you meet the love of your life, whatever and whomever is showing up for you. We'll get a deeper look here in your reading, but I am getting a message around spiritual hygiene. Time to clean it up. You may even feel the need to go on a bit of a cleanse, okay, or to clean house in some way, shape, or form. Go through your closets, do some fall cleaning, clean out the garage. Some of you may even be preparing for a garage sale, or you're taking a big load of items to maybe your local thrift store. This is about taking a look at things that no longer serve you spiritually, energetically, spiritual hygiene, right? And I'm getting a message around having a soul-to-soul chat with the devil. Soul-to-soul chat with the devil. Now, for those of you that are watching, those of you that are connected and tuned into this channel, this vibrational frequency, because that's what these channels are, right? For those of you that feel drawn to be here and a lot of the messages resonate, it's because you've tuned in, just like a radio station. You've tuned in and you resonate with this frequency. There's something within you. And I feel like those of you, I just said soul to soul chat with the devil on this station, right? On this channel, this frequency, that doesn't scare you because your soul is ascending at a very fast, rapid pace. And so you want to know what the holdup is, or you want to know, what am I resisting? What are the blocks? What do I need to do to move forward? And that may be a big part of this reading. We're going to pull tarot and clarify as well, but it's soul to soul chat with the devil. And I don't feel like it's another person. It's all about you. It's all about your patterns, maybe of perfectionism, people pleasing, procrastination. It could be your own struggles, the things that you know already. I mean, you're going to know where your conflict lies. You may not be aware of the steps you need to take in order to overcome, which we'll look at those, but I feel like you are highly advanced where whatever struggles or conflicts that have held you back, it has all been part of your growth. It's all been part of your learning, your ascension here. And you may also be taking a look at things from a new angle. I am getting a lot of major arcanas coming to mind. I am getting the devil. I am getting the moon, because there may have even been some illusion, some fears. I am getting the Lovers energy, which is so interesting because the Lovers and the devil are so closely related, but yet complete opposites, right? And I feel like there's a balance perhaps between the lovers and the devil, because remember, the word devil itself spells lived. And after all, we are souls having this human experience, and we are meant to live. And what does it mean to live? It means that we go through heartache, and we go through pain, and we go through struggles and challenges and loss and letting go. But we also enjoy the feeling and energy and vibration of love, because that's who we are. And when we remember who we are, we're unstoppable. And you have soul purpose showing up here. Your destiny has been activated, and that is a promise that is guaranteed. Okay. And some of you may say, well, Mel, there are no guarantees, but I believe we do have a divine blueprint. And if it is part of your destiny, it's going to show up for you. If it is meant for you, it's not going to pass you by, even if it feels like it takes years and years and years. Remember, time is an illusion. Time is something that man constructed. Now, soul purpose is about the calling. And a lot of you are waking up to this next level of your human experience. Okay, this is about a massive awakening, searching for maybe that next, I don't want to say that next, but it's about taking a little bit of a new approach, because you're wrapping up maybe karmic cycles, you are wrapping up patterns that hold you back, or there's something about, if I don't love, right? If I've sat too much in the devil and not enough in the lovers, I need to find more of that balance, and I need that pendulum to swing more into this. And that can go for the devil as well. Perhaps you've been, and I don't want to say close your heart. That's not at all what this is about. It's about balance. And that's what the lovers ultimately is it's about balance. And with the soul purpose here, it's like you want to come back into balance here, but something may have felt way off kilter. And that's what you are decluttering or detoxifying out of your life. That's what you're going to have a soul to soul chat with the devil, right? Soul purpose and detox literally spells spiritual hygiene and soul to soul chat with the devil. So you're eliminating toxicity of some way, shape, or form. You're getting right in the body and the mind. This is healthy body. You could be, again, eliminating maybe sugars. This could be too much caffeine. You may be looking at parts of your body that you've maybe neglected. Okay. I mean, this could be something as, I don't want to say as simple, because our body is so profound, but perhaps your hands or your feet, or, an area that we tend to take for granted. I feel like you are giving a little bit of extra love to, or you're paying a little bit more attention to what's going on within your head and within your heart to find that balance. And you're releasing, you're cleaning up whatever spiritually is misaligned, or it feels like it is holding you back from that. We're just going to call it next level, but we can call it awakening. We can call it the next chapter of your story. We can say your next relationship, or that business opportunity, that career, whatever it is for you. We'll pull cards to clarify. But I see clarity coming in for you sooner rather than later. Some of you already have a clear path. It's just about maybe the timing. Yeah, timing is what I'm hearing. And I'm going to pull some timing cards, because I feel with this conflict, there's still, and the detox, there's still some obstacles that you're overcoming. But I feel once you find that balance between the lovers and maybe the devil, or find balance in your body or within a relationship, you're going to feel more clear about making choices moving forward. Because this conflict card isn't bad, because we have conflict. It's not about, avoiding it. We don't want to numb it. We don't want to suppress it. We don't want to try to avoid it. If conflict shows up, if it's within our control, then we must use our emotional intelligence to deal with it, right? And our logic as well to deal with it. And I feel for some of you, there's been some sort of conflict outside of your control that you didn't have a say, and it may have felt like a setback or a struggle. There may have been adversity. There may have been opposing views. I'm getting poor leadership. Poor leadership. Some of you, this has to do with your career or with maybe a mother or father influence in some way, shape, or form. Perhaps you felt judged. I'm getting judgment. I'm getting perfectionism. I am getting a worry about what other people think in some way, shape, or form. A worry about how you look, how you are being perceived. And you may be shifting that energy, that vibration to more of a loving, kind energy instead of the criticism or judgment, because that can be very low frequency. Okay. There's been competition, I see, but I'm also getting you fighting for what you want. It almost reminds me many, many moons ago when I bought my first home. I had used a VA loan. I was a military wife at that time, and I had to jump through so many hoops. It was not easy peasy whatsoever. And I remember at one point, very early on, after already jumping through 5 hoops and finding out they still needed this or they still needed that, or it was going to be another month or another 4 months, right? Delay after delay. I remember asking, is this still my path? Why are there so many delays? Am I meant, to exit out of this? But sometimes we're meant to go through some of those struggles, the obstacles, the delays, the challenges, the trials, the tribulations, in order to grow within our persistence, within our strength, within our courage. And somewhere along the line, you got to say, I'm not giving up. I'm going to be persistent. And I'm getting that 9 of Wands energy of having that final push, because Spirit is here. You have this spiritual strength. So 9 of Wands and even 10 of Wands is saying, I'm not giving up. I'm going to do what it takes to come out on the other side. And you absolutely are, because what's on the other side here is a new journey, a new opportunity. This is a new spiritual quest. And remember, spiritual hygiene, we're cleaning it up because in order to see this new quest clearly, it requires you to maybe release or let go of some of those fears, some of those limitations. Now we have hobby here. Some of you are maybe needing to get back into a routine of feeling better. What does your heart love? What does your body love? Yeah, how is your body responding? I am getting heart health here with the detox as well. You may have emotionally been in a very tumultuous situation where maybe your emotions were very high. Maybe this last retrograde and going into a whole smorgasbord of retrogrades in the near future. Yes, these are timeless. So, whenever you're watching this, we could be nearing, ending, or in the midst of. But I feel like you're not giving up. This gives me 8 of Pentacles vibes. Actually, when I created this card, hobby, it was with the 8 of Pentacles in mind. This is about you putting in the work, putting in the effort, and not giving up on you, soul tribe, not giving up on your dreams. This is about you mastering. And mastery isn't about getting to the top and accomplishing it. It is about you continuing to practice each and every day for you to continue on this journey, putting one foot in front of the other and realizing that failure is part of the stepping stones towards success, right? It's better to fail than to never try. And I feel like you are, or to give up altogether. And some of you are saying, oh, it's too hard, right? It's too hard, or I don't have what it takes. And I feel like that can be the biggest procrastinator, the reason why we procrastinate. I know it is for me. Oh, look at what we have at the bottom. We have the devil showing up in your reading. And maybe for some of you, it is about procrastination. But sometimes, we wait last minute, or we have, a million things on our to-do list. And then we tend to maybe not be as good at it, because the whole time we wanted to perfect it, but we weren't able to. I watched this really great TED Talk for those of you that are perfectionists, which I feel like every single one of us have some form of perfectionism to some degree. I watched a TED Talk. Just type it in YouTube, TED Talk perfectionism. It may show up for you. It really helps break down and helps you understand. And look at, we have the strength card and we have the devil again. We can't make that up, right? We have the devil. There's that soul to soul chat with the devil. You have the cowardly lion, and it can be, do I have enough courage? Do I have enough strength? Do I really have what it takes to show up? You can see the heart showing up in both of these illustrations. The devil is represented by the queen of hearts. The strength is the cowardly lion. And I feel like the soul to soul chat with the devil for you here is saying, where do my weaknesses lie? What is holding me back? What is causing me to self-sabotage? What is getting in the way, right? What part of myself is tripping up over my own, feet? And I feel like you are tripping up over something because you tell yourself this story. You tell yourself some sort of lie that doesn't exist, right? Moon energy. It could be an illusion. Some of you may want to pay attention to your dreams as well. Pay attention to your dreams. Now, Leo season may be very significant, or it was a big wake-up call for some of you. Maybe that's when you did a lot of that introspection. Maybe that's when you let go of some things, maybe around that 8-8 portal. Some of you may have some strong Leo placements in your chart. I mean, we have Capricorn out here. We have the Page of Swords, which is represented by the Griffin here. Now, the Page of Swords gets a bad rap because the Page of Swords can be a little bit bossy or too big for their britches type of energy. But what I feel for you is it's actually a very brave energy, because yes, he may not be as experienced as the King of Swords, but he has this willingness that he can figure it out, right? He can learn it. He can do what it takes to take that next step. And if he doesn't know, he's going to figure, again, I feel like, and there's a book, I think the book is Everything is Figure Outable. I'm not sure who the author is, but I'm getting that here for you with this Page of Swords. And this is about you being ready for this new challenge, being curious. The Page of Swords, he's a fact lover. He uses his logic, he uses his brains, and he can be a brainiac. So for some of you out there, you have big brains and you have big ideas, and it's time to put a little bit of that action into those dreams. But maybe the belief, the devil is saying here, you better put that off. You don't know enough, right? Or it's not going to be perfect, so you might as well just quit. Or you're too old to fall in love, right? You already had a great relationship. You blew it. Whatever that devil, that pesky voice, that belief, that limitation that holds you back, collective, this is about you giving that challenge a wink. Just like the Griffin, he's strong and powerful. And I feel like you're being asked to embark upon this new quest, but it requires you to be open-minded and to not let the past hold you back. Because look at, we have the Knight of Swords. This is the action taker. He is the showing up as TikTok. So I'm actually going to pull a timing card here. I'm going to pull a timing card because I feel like timing is significant. And for those of you that weren't able to check out last weekend's collective, it was all about timelines and timing. Okay, so let's take a look here. Spirit, why do we have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and when? Okay, we have March time. This can be Aries season. It may have even been Pisces season, may have been activated for you. I feel like this is past energy, where maybe this is when an idea came up, or this is when you wanted to take action, but there was some sort of delay. But let's take a look into the future energy. Okay, we have April, and it's not too late. There's the reminder. It's not too late. The message is, I mean, it's already crossed into past midnight, if you want to look at it past midnight or noon, but I feel like it's almost as if you've played Monopoly, right? And that's kind of the message of your whole reading. You know, at the end of Monopoly, you hit boardwalk. Isn't that all the blues, right? Boardwalk. And you don't, if it's, you don't own it, you don't want to land on it because that could be your demise, right? But it's almost as if you've rolled a couple of lucky spins here and you slip right onto the pass go, collect 200, and Spirit is saying it's not too late. You're getting a second chance here at something, and I feel if you start now, there could be a full completion by April of maybe 2024, because you have some sort of, in a few days energy, you have some sort of decision, and I'm getting fall time vibes here. But I feel if you start this now, or perhaps you started it back in March and there may be a completion around April. Okay, and last but not least, we have May. So we have March, April, and May. So if this is it almost feels like a continuum, March, April, May, it is ascension. It is moving forward 1 month at a time. And those could be birth months, those could be significant months, but I feel like this April and May has to do with 2025. It doesn't mean that you're not going to hit some milestones before then, because again, August energy, there's something about destiny being activated during Leo season, and that's what we're getting here. But I am getting a strong pull towards the first and second quarter of 2025. Maybe I was saying 2024 the whole time, but I mean next year, you guys. Maybe for some of you, this was a relationship, or this could be a new job. I mean, take it as it resonates to you. Use your own intuition. Now, we also have we have the Two of Swords. The Tolgi Woods, the Two of Swords. So this is choice time. It's decision time. Which direction do I want to move in, right? And I feel like there has been some struggle with independence, or with you gaining your strength to move forward, but you're showing up as the Nine of Pentacles. You're showing up as the Queen Alice here, which is very, very big when it comes to independence, right? Versus codependence. Some of you, maybe that soul to soul chat with the devil has to do with your belief that you have to, you have to be connected to someone in order to be happy, or, it could be codependence. I mean, that devil can be addictions, obsessions, materialism, manipulation, fears. But I see here with the strength, you're reclaiming your power. Knight of Swords says you're taking action. You're not giving up. And Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful energy of having all that you need. This is wealth. It's safety, security. The Nine of Pentacles creates a life that she loves. And I feel like you've done that, or you are well on your way to doing that. But there's going to be a choice to make here, showing up. And it's not too late. But I want to know, what is this choice? Spirit, what is this choice for the collective? Ooh, the Hierophant. Beautiful. Where the choice has everything to do with where you're going to commit your time to, right? Where you're going to commit with the blue caterpillar. This is about knowledge and wisdom. The blue caterpillar, right, has this inner knowing, this innate knowing. He's a little bit of a spiritual guru here. We have I love it, the 10 of Pentacles. There's Emerald City, right? And we have the 5 of Swords, the Lion and the Unicorn. There's that conflict. And then we also have here the 6 of Wands, Dorothy's Triumph. So this is a beautiful energy here of where do you want to commit your time to? Okay, because something right now feels very draining, very, very exhausting. So are you going to continue committing yourself to what leaves you drained? The types of food that you eat. You may be committed to eating crap food because it's more convenient, but you don't, love how you feel afterwards. You feel sluggish. You don't have time, or you don't have the energy, I should say, to commit to doing something that, could help you on your path, help you feel better. And that may be what you're looking into. Maybe it's food, perhaps it's relationships. It could be your career. What is draining your energy and what uplifts your energy? Because that's what you're taking a look at with the Hierophant. Now, this is also about your beliefs, your traditions, right? Your morals, your ethics. This can be where and whom taught you, right? You may be unlearning everything that you've learned in some sort of upbringing or societal standards. It's almost as if traditional versus non-traditional for some of you, or unlearning something that may have kept you back. I also see, yeah, because the Ten of Pentacles can be family structures or even family debt. There may be something around debt and you've struggled with it with the Five of Swords. For others of you, you've been divorced or you've gone through a divorce, and there may be beliefs that you have to go it alone with the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you may have been very independent for quite some time, but remember, your outcome here is the Six of Wands. This is Dorothy's triumph. She's overcome, right? That journey to get back to that place that was within her all along, back to her heart. But she had to go through, you know, the life. She had to go through that devil energy to remind her true strength. And I feel like you have really had some struggles with this Five of Swords. That's that conflict. And we have conflict showing up here. So I'm going to take a look at this conflict for you, collective, because the Five of Swords, we have, again, the Lion and the Unicorn. So we have the Lion already showing up here with the strength. This can be two ego battles, battle of the egos, right? Battle of the sexes. Isn't that a game? Battle of the sexes. This can be battle of, you know, survival, fight or flight. Some of you have been on fight or flight. You've been on autopilot, or you've been, you know, feeling so much anxiety. I want to take a look at this conflict. Five of Swords can be victory, but at what cost, right? At what cost? And some of you may have been dealing with someone who felt like they had destroyed you in some way mentally, okay? Because the swords can be mental. It can be knowing when to walk away from conflict versus when to fight for something because it's worth fighting for, but not at the expense of your own morals, your integrity. Don't lose your integrity is the message I'm getting here. Spirit, why is the Five of Swords here? Ooh, the Emperor. Someone's struggling with stepping into their personal power, or this may have to do with father wounds, authority. Some of you may rebel against authority or struggle with an authority figure, because in the upright, this is the Wizard of Oz, right? He is the one that is part of Emerald City. And I feel like you are required and really needing to step into that powerful being that you are, Soul Tribe. This is about you using the energy for your highest good, right? You use the energy or it'll use you. And I feel like you're lifting off with this Ten of Pentacles. You see the hot air balloons. There's something about finally being able to see your worth, finally being able to see that you deserve, that you are worthy of, deserving of, you know, that career path, that job. But it's so much more than just the physical. The physical is the byproduct of what's really going on in here. So I feel like you've struggled to maybe adapt, or you've struggled, maybe adapting isn't the right word. It's almost as if you have adapted to something that just doesn't feel right, and you're ready to step into, you know, maybe your own power or a more powerful role, or to make decisions that are based on your truth, your integrity, instead of what other people think is best for you. Yeah, that's why we have this courage, this Lion, because I feel like, yes, it's going to take courage. Yes, it's going to take your strength, and it's going to require you to not sabotage. And maybe that's part of what you've done in the past. That could be that conflict, that tug of war, sabotage, non-sabotage, right? Strength, weakness. And it's like back and forth. Should I eat the cake or should I eat the kale? And I feel like you are someone who, no matter how many times you tend to go back and forth, or you fall off the bandwagon, or you fail, right? Failure, again, is part of the steps towards success, but the biggest winner doesn't give up. And you're not giving up here. And you're actually coming to the Six of Wands, which is big, triumphant energy. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. For some of you, this is going from a singular energy to a completion, maybe with family. This can be attracting partnerships of some sort. This could be high level of commitments, marriage even, if that's what you're looking for, or at least a traditional, maybe non-traditional type of commitment for some of you. Okay, you also have the trust card showing up here. Spirit, why do we have trust? This could be something you struggle with. Collective is trust. Ah, that's why. 8 of Wands. Because of timing, because of delays. The 8 of Wands is represented by the Looking Glass Railway. Beautiful energy here. And the 8 of Wands can be movements, right? Relocating, travel. This is speed. When this shows up, it comes in quick. But it shows up in reverse, which means there's been delays, and that has caused you to question your path, your commitments, because it literally has the word commitment there. And some of you, it's almost as if you were derailed, right? Something was going too quick. Maybe it was a relationship. Maybe in the past, the common denominator was relationships that would start off hot and heavy, and then they would sizzle out quickly, right? Perhaps it was that career path or that idea that you had, which was really great, and you had high hopes and you really got, you got going, but then you gave up. There's something here about trusting that your destiny is activated, and there's a new spiritual quest that you are embarking upon. And I feel like you're not going to miss out on this train, right? You're not going to miss out on this looking glass. Now, we also have education. This can be books, going back to school. This could be unlearned lessons or needing to learn more around a lesson. Perhaps that's part of the tug of war. This could be about training, going back to school, taking a new job opportunity, entering into a new relationship or a new dynamic. Spirit, why is education showing up here? Metamorphosis, beautiful. So you have metamorphosis with the King of Pentacles. Now, this metamorphosis is actually card 24 of the Major Arcana. Now, yes, there's 21 cards in the Major Arcana, but this beautiful deck, I absolutely love this deck. I'll put it in the description box below. But the metamorphosis is a big extra around transformation, but it's not transformation in the death part of it, meaning that there has to be a huge ending that we suffer through. The metamorphosis is, the ending has already occurred. This is support, right? It is cosmic connection. It's boundless horizons. It's about you spreading those beautiful wings of yours and knowing that the sky's the limit here. When it comes to manifesting here on the earthly realm, the King of Pentacles is represented by the Gnome King. He has all of the jewels, all of the gems, everything he needs to manifest an extraordinary life. And I feel like you have everything you need within you to manifest this extraordinary life. But it requires you to trust. It requires you to take a leap of faith. Some of you, this is knowledge. As I always say, once you know better, you do better. And once you have seen something, you can't unseen it. Once you've learned it, yes, it can be difficult to unlearn, but once you know that you've learned it this way and there's a new way of learning, you have that Two of Swords choice to make to move in a new direction on your path, on your journey. So metamorphosis showing up as your final outcome is huge, because this is about, again, cosmic connections and you connecting to all things, but most importantly, connecting to your soul self. And then you see the external changing and shifting in such a profound way. But yes, this can certainly be financial. It can be a home. It can be you building upon your empire and having the people to share it with, because who sits at that 10 of Pentacles table is the King and the Queen of Pentacles. And we see the King of Pentacles showing up here. Wow. Okay. So let's get some final messages for you, collective. Let's look at some soul truth messages and see what action steps you can take on your path. What do we have here, please? Thank you. All right, we have, how can you be more flexible? What are you trying to control? And right away, they're highlighting the Emperor. So the devil can also be a form of control, right? We tend to control, feel like we need to have everything within our control. This can also be obsessive compulsive disorder. This can amount to even perfectionism. And it says here, what are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust. So we have the lovers that I was picking up on, and we have that trust piece. Trust that the outcome will be for your highest good. Yes, it will be. That outcome is still going to get you to the Emerald City, right? But that soul quest, that soul journey is going to lead you through a lot of different, ups and downs, but that's part of the human experience, and you understand that as well. Remind yourself all day long, collective, that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. I love that here. What else do we have? We have, what excuses am I making? Yeah, we tend to make excuses. I've made them. You made them. You know what they say? Excuses are like a-holes. Everybody has one, right? And it says here, no more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. And we have on the timing card, it's not too late. So what have you been putting off? What have you been procrastinating? Opening that business, going back to school, starting a family, getting married, falling in love, taking your health back into your own hands. What is it for you? If it's important enough, collective, you will find a way. This is that 9 of Wands, right? You're going to find a way. Make a decision and do it. Even if you don't feel ready, listen to your heart and you will be led. We're getting a lot of that heart energy showing up for you, which doesn't surprise me because, again, we do have the devil showing up. We have, on whom am I placing blame right now? A person who blames others has not begun their lesson. A person who blames themselves has begun their lesson. A person who blames no one has finished their lesson. Today is soul action. Take responsibility. On whom are you placing blame right now? Today, free yourself by releasing all victimhood, blame, and resistance. They don't belong where you're going. Only love and courage. Again, more love, more courage showing up. I'm just going to show you again. There's the strength, there's the love, there's the courage. That's where you're headed, or that's what you already have within you. Remember, that cowardly lion, he had that courage all along. He just needed that, great and powerful Oz to remind him. And I feel like that Oz is within us all. And this is about you being able to make a choice to do it, even if you don't feel ready. Yeah, listen to your heart and you will be led. We have here, who am I ready to forgive? Now, forgiveness came up twice here. So some of you may even subconsciously not even be aware that you're still harboring some sort of rage, some sort of anger or bitterness towards someone or something that's hurt you. You are not what happened to you. You're who you choose to become. Remember that, collective. Is it time to let go, forgive, and move onward? Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. Who do you want to become? And how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? Today is soul action. Write a forgiveness letter, then practice the Ho'oponopono prayer while thinking of the person you're ready to forgive, even if that person is you. Say, I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Forgiveness is a healer, and it's about, ourselves. It's for ourselves because that can bring sweet release, like it says. So some of you may not even be aware that you're hanging on to some of that within your heart, and you have the courage to forgive or to release or to let go of that pain. And last but not least, we have, what if it was easy? It doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and their powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease. Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. List 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. I love that. So for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month. So All you need to do is write yes, right? Yes, I receive. Post that in the comment section below the video, right? It's here for you. You just have to say yes to it. So that's all I want is a yes, I receive, or just a yes, or any energy that you want to put into that comment section of being open to this abundance, because what we're missing here is the Empress, and she is the receiver, right? Yes, we have the power of the Emperor. We have the strength of the Lion here, but I want you to be open to receiving. So say yes. That is what I have for you, collective. I hope it resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. And thank you so very much for tuning in. Lots of love.